Please, keep with me. Don't go too far.
Please gather behind my shield.
I come from the depths of the ocean. Please, I care not for valueless ones. Let me dispel the pain. Please, let me know.
Enemy unaware, for now.
Oh, look at you. Ink all over you again.
Requesting more firepower. I'll do it.
That person created by tomorrow.
Water delivery! Do not be afraid.
I'm in position. Be glad you're only facing the sea patrol, not our regular army.
You are the one who helped me. Oh, did that splash of cool water wake you up? Please, there's no... Aww, look at you. Ink all over you again. Humbly await.
I'm in position.
Go on, I'm listening. I come from the depths of the ocean.
The air is so dry. No, it's nothing.
Enemy unaware, for now.
Requesting more firepower. I'll do it myself.
妹妹笑，酸甜苦辣熬一造，你一块，我一碗，姐姐睡了有一盘。
Enemy unaware, for now.
I'm on this meeting. The flow of the currents. It's a mess. Oh, that's an unauthorized discharge.
Ready to move. That person created by tomorrow.
Go on.
Studying the currents.
さっさと刀を交えたいものだ。
Make it easy. Taste makes way. Wow, you're really fighting. Please, let me know the results. A fight? All right, let me roll up my sleeves, reach and clip. Please, there's no escape.
The air is so humid.
さ さっさと刀を交えたいものだ。
Toxic things, don't misunderstand. You're not even threats to me.
A fight and flip!
Toxic thin spine launcher ready to fire.
They're really... Did that splash of cool water wake you up? Enemy unaware. Working on the scene. The flow of the currents. It's a mess. Wow, they're really fighting. Did that splash of cool water wake you up?
Hello and goodbye.
Humbly awaiting your command. Return to the abyss. Those know the undulating waves. Too bad you've fallen into it. Wow, they're really fighting. Wow, they're really fighting. They're really fighting! A fight? Alright! Let me roll up my sleeves! Oh, I don't have sleeves.
The air is so dry. No, it's nothing.
Water nurtures us all.
I'm in position. Did you just beg for mercy? Couldn't hear you over all that shelling.
もっと強い敵はいずこにおる？